Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2015 to 2030. And international webinar series on holistic health and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 75 years, 77 years of independence, and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India, Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are celebrating World Food Day with the theme Right to Foods for a Better Life and a Better Future. So food stands for diversity, nutrition, affordability, and safety. A greater diversity of nutritious food should be available in our fields, in our markets, and on our tables for the benefit of all. So the world farmers produce enough food to feed more than the global population. Yet hunger persists. Around 733 million people are facing hunger in this world due to repeated weather shocks, conflicts, economic downturns, inequality, and the pandemic. This impacts the poor and vulnerable most severely, many of whom are agricultural households, reflecting widening inequalities across and within countries. Food is the third most basic human need after air and water. Everyone should have the right to adequate food. Human rights such as right to food, life, and liberty, work, and education are recognized by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and two legally binding international conventions. So, why does the World Food Day talk about foods? Food stand for diversity, nutrition, affordability, accessibility, and safety. A greater diversity of nutritious food should be available in our fields, fishing nets, markets, and our tables for the benefit of all, including agricultural fields. Over 2.8 billion people in the world are unable to afford a healthy diet. Unhealthy diets are the leading cause of all forms of malnutrition, undernutrition, micronutrient deficiencies, and obesity, which now exist in most countries, cutting across socio-economic classes. Yet today, too many people suffer from hunger and are unable to afford healthy diets. More vulnerable people are often forced to rely on staple foods, on less expensive foods that can be unhealthy, while others suffer from unavailability of fresh air or fresh or varied foods, lack the information they need to choose a healthy diet, or simply opt for convenience. Hunger and malnutrition are further exacerbated by protracted or prolonged crises that are driven by combination of conflict, extreme weather events, and economic shocks. Agri-food systems as a whole are vulnerable to disasters and crises, particularly the impact of climate change, but at the same time, they are generating pollution, degrading soil, water, and air, and contributing to the greenhouse gas emissions and biodiversity loss. By transforming agri-food systems, this is a great potential to mitigate climate change and support peaceful, resilient, and inclusive livelihoods for all. So, FAO, a United Nations organization, Food and Agriculture Organization with technical assistance on policy and legislation, strengthens governance and monitoring mechanisms, develops capacities, and promotes multi stakeholder policy dialogue to transform agri food systems for better production, better nutrition, a better environment, and a better life for all. We also provide humanitarian and resilience building assistance to the most vulnerable crisis hit and their communities, providing time critical agricultural support to almost 57 million people in 2023. A food secure and nutritious world where all requires massive treatment, investment, innovation, science, and technology, wide collaboration between a range of factors, including governments, the private sector, academic and research institutions, and civil society. Only when everyone enjoys the human right to adequate food, we will be able to achieve other human rights and the sustainable development goals. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a blueprint for a more equal and just for all people everywhere. And we all have a role to play. As consumers, we can exercise rights and call on governments to tackle inequality and poverty, make healthy food choices to increase their availability, reduce food waste, and protect the environment. Healthy diets are diverse, balanced in energy intake, adequate to meet nutrient needs, and moderate in consumption of unhealthy foods. Agri food systems can and must enable all people to consume healthy diets now and in the future for the health of people and the planet. But greater commitment and investment and innovation approaches area needed to realize this ambition. In 2024, the international community celebrates an important milestone in the human right to adequate food, the 20th anniversary of the voluntary guidelines to support the progressive realization of the right to adequate food in the context of national food security. The right to food guidelines provide guidance for states on how to realize the right to adequate food through development of strategic programs, policies, and legislation. The 20th anniversary is a call to governments for enhanced global commitment to the right to adequate food for all, including through sustainable, fair, and transformed agri-food systems. World Food Day is your day. Collective action across 150 countries worldwide in up to 50 languages is what makes World Food Day one of the most celebrated days of the UN calendar. Hundreds of events and outreach activities bring together governments, municipalities, businesses, CSOs, the media, the public, even youth. They promote worldwide awareness of hunger and promote action for the future of food, people, and the planet. Together, we can create a better, more sustainable food future for all. Make World Food Day your day. Join the call by organizing an event or activity or show how you are taking action. So governments and private sector, farmers, academia, civil society, and individuals need to work together to ensure a greater variety of nutritious, affordable, accessible, safe, and sustainable foods in order to achieve food security and healthy diets for all. Together, we can be the change. Today, we are also commemorating World Allergy Awareness Day on October 16th. Can't do without an antihistamine drug during hay fever season. This day is for you. Maybe you are popping a pill every time your nose runs or skin breaks out. If that sounds like you, today as a good day as any to stop. Let's ditch the urge to over medicate and understand our allergies instead. Each one, even a rash, is complex with different triggers. And of course, treatment, one pill won't and can't cure all of it. Only a doctor can. So remember to visit healthcare provider today. First things first, what is an allergy? In medical terms, an allergy signals hypersensitivity to the immune system. We experience allergies when our immune system reacts to certain things in our own in our immediate environment. These substances are otherwise harmless to the average person, but someone with a sensitive immune system can have a wildly different reaction to them. The body treats these substances as invasive foreign particles. From rain and dust to pollen, anything can trigger an allergy. Usually, allergies show up as skin flare ups or different difficulty in breathing. Most of us are allergic to something, only the severity differs. Doctors recommend we not to ignore an allergy, no matter how minor it seems. So, what's the next first thing? Self medication. Popping an anti allergen as temporary fix. When we repeatedly self medicate, we risk the problem of getting worse. Sometimes it can be life threatening. Allergy during the first few stages is easily treatable by a doctor. In an attempt to avoid doctor visits, many people treat allergies on their own, which can become severe. The result? Exorbitant treatments or even emergency surgery. For perspective, there are several hundred types of allergies. Each one have a different triggers and separate medication. Taking a generic anti-allergies isn't effective at all. World Allergy Awareness Day hopes to raise awareness and change mindsets. What's the best way to treat allergies? First, identify allergy triggers to the best of your abilities. Trace your activities and note where or what you have touched or ate. Once done, seek medical treatment to get an allergy test done. You'll be surprised at just how much detail these tests can uncover, from nut and dairy allergies to things around your house. Dr. Oscar Menderson Claus publishes the first scientific report on food allergies in 1800s. Dr. John Bastow presents clinical descriptions of hay fever for the first time in 1890. Dr. Clemens von Pirquet introduces the concept of allergens after noticing severe reactions to smallpox vaccines in 1906. Researchers discovered aquagenic urticaria, a rare allergy where the skin breaks out into hives and bumps when exposed to water in 1960. So, World Allergy Day is on July 8th every year. On this day, the World Health Organization aims to educate the general public on importance of managing allergies. So today on World Allergy Awareness Day, don't get confused. World Allergy Day is on July 8th and World Allergy Awareness Day is today, 16th October. And we have also Allergy Month, as May is the National Asthma and Allergy Month in the US. This was established by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation. The color of the Allergy Awareness ribbon is teal ribbon during the Food Allergy Awareness Week. The week offers a unique opportunity to raise awareness of various food allergies and help 15 million Americans afflicted by them in US and many others across the world. So explain the names of foods that can make them sick, use games or other educational resources to make it engaging. Finally, teach them to eat foods only given by trusted adults. Stop when you feel the urge of self-medicate, visit your local doctor instead. Allergy testing can identify various allergens in our food and environments. A healthcare provider will use a skin prick or blood test to check for reactions and antibodies. Take an allergy test. Peanut allergies affect 3 million people in the US alone as common as flu. Most adults will have a peanut allergy for life. They are friends for life. Severe peanut allergies cause anaphylaxis or trouble breathing that can result in shock, and it's dangerous. Oral immunotherapy involves feeding bits of peanut protein to help patients build tolerance. Immunotherapy by a doctor helps. Double check landscaping or composting products since they can contain peanut hulls. So don't walk on grass if you are allergic to that. Most of us ignore what our bodies are trying to tell us. World Allergy Awareness Day reminds us to pay attention, better awareness to our bodies, of our bodies. To lead happier lives, knowing what to avoid can increase our quality of life. Finally, we can bid goodbye to running noses, rashes, or general discomfort each day. Prioritize mental health and health. Allergies don't usually rank high on their made a list of medical priorities, we learn how ignoring symptoms can impact our health in the long run and why we must address them. Today is also commemorated as World Spine Day on October 16th. So, World Spine Day, back pain is up there with some of the leading causes of disability all over the world. On October 16th, thousands of people around the world celebrate and educate others about back and neck health on World Spine Day. So, one might have experienced some variant of back pain from the crack your back makes when you do some heavy lifting to neck pains when you sleep the wrong way. Almost everyone on the planet understands the troubles of back pain. When your spine hurts, it seems as if everything hurts. World Spine Day is a day to spread the word about the spine conditions, educate people, or get educated on how to avoid or treat them, and get inspired to take better care of your general back and neck health. So, World Spine Day was initiated in 2008 by the World Federation of Chiropractic. For years, the WFC has coordinated World Spine Day together with other concerned organizations around the world to raise awareness of back pain and other spinal issues. About 1 billion people worldwide suffer from back pain, spinal pain, and reduced disabilities across different age groups, genders, and races. For context, there are about 7.6 billion people on Earth. Back pain is the single biggest cause of disability on the planet, and 1 in 4 adults are estimated to suffer back pain during their lives. With such eye opening statistics, it's no wonder World Spine Day is so necessary. Every year, a creative funny theme is selected to focus the discussions and events of the day. This theme of the first World Spine Day celebration in 2012 was Straighten Up and Move. In 2007, the World Federation of Chiropractic chose Your Back in Action as the theme of the year's events. In 2018, it was Love Your Spine. In 2019, the theme was Get Spine Active. In 2020, it was Back on Track. So, World Spine Day aims to raise awareness about spinal health and spine disorders among all involved stakeholders, provide a forum for ongoing discussion about the burden of spinal disorders, and promote an interdisciplinary collaborative approach to easing the burden of spine disorders. This is especially important because millions of people Bone and Joint Decade Action Week is a global awareness event that is held between October 12th and October 20th every year. It involves so the World Federation of Chiropractic has announced the theme of 2021 World Spine Day. As back to back, this theme highlights the need to reset and refocus on back pain as part of global disease burdens. There is an international Scoliosis Awareness Day, which falls on last Saturday of June every year. On this day, people around the world speak about the scoliosis. While there is no National Chiropractic Day, there is National Chiropractic Month, which occurs in October every year. The month is observed by chiropractors in the United States. Exercise is important no matter what the day is, but on the World Spine Day, you can engage in exercises that improve your back and neck health, like hot yoga, bike riding, or just for fun. You can walk on your own, find an event near you, or organize your own yoga class so that other people enjoy the benefits of the day. On World Spine Day, there are hundreds of health fairs and workshops all over the world teaching about spine health. So, what you do and what not to do. Take this opportunity to learn more about your body and how to treat it better by attending of the World Spine Day events. If you are a healthcare professional, World Spine Day is a day for you to raise awareness to everyone around you about taking care of their spine. Even if you aren't a healthcare professionals, you can be a hero and hire a professional to teach about spine health in your community. You can even organize a context-specific health fair wherever you are, like getting a healthcare professional to teach your employees about office ergonomics. The World Federation of Chiropractic Office offers prizes of up to $600 to the best World Spine Day events every year. The spine has over 120 muscles in it, and that's why it's so flexible. Your spine can actually bend far enough back to make two-thirds of a circle. The spine has an excellent memory and will remember and get used to posture. This is why it is so hard to break out of posture habits. The spine can hold hundreds of kilograms of weight. Talk about weightlifting. It's strong. It's true humans and giraffes have the same amount of vertebrae in their necks. That explains why necks can be flexible sometimes, especially when it comes to stretching. The spine is actually the very first bone we grow while in the womb. Baby spines started forming 2 months after the baby is conceived. When so many people around the world stand chance of experiencing back and spine pain, it's no barrier that we need to be more aware of and educated about it. The fact that a special day exists to raise awareness for this already highlights its importance to people who would otherwise ignore their spine pain. Too many people pay little or no attention when they feel pain in their back. Many people attempt to walk off the pain instead of going on to conventional healthcare source. World Spine Day offers people to just see just how important the spine care is. In many World Spine Day events, people get to enjoy free access to healthcare professionals who can catch their symptoms early before they became disabilities. Hundreds of people have discovered they were on the brink of disability by getting a check at World Spine Day events. Today is also commemorated as Dictionary Day in US, celebrates the birth of Noah Webster, an American writer who was born in 1758. Webster is the best known for publishing the first dictionary in 1806 in the West, which had continued to compile and expand for next 27 years. When his dictionary was published in 1828, it was formidable, resource packed with useful words and spelling updates. Webster was a true pioneer for creating the reference book we use so ubiquitously, so we are celebrating him today. The man who would someday become the father of dictionary as we know it today, Noah Webster, was born on October 16, 1758, in Hartford, Connecticut. His father, a farmer and craftsman, and his mother, who stayed at home, headed a very middle class and typical colonial family. When scholarly young Noah was 16, he set off for Yale, the first college in Connecticut. Since law was too expensive for a career path, Noah chose to go into teaching. It was in teaching that he first felt compelled to reform the burgeoning American academic system and language. His first textbook was issued in 1783 and covered the grammar of English language. Due to its blue cover, it came to be known as Blue Backed Speller. The Little Blue Book became the most popular book in America in the day and age. Refining teaching English and education system wasn't enough for no. After marrying Rebecca Greenleaf in 1789, he set about in 1801 to define many of the terms that set apart American English from the way the language was spoken in England. He also moved to Amherst, Massachusetts for the purpose of founding Amherst College. The later moved back to New Haven. Many of us are familiar with the spelling differences between American English and Britain English. Words like color, COLOR, COLOUR. Much of that can be credited to Webster, who, in his first edition of the American English Dictionary in 1806, took time to correct English spellings to American English ones. Another example, Webster respelled music, MUSICK, as music, MUSIC. So, though this best-selling dictionary defined no less than 37,000 words, he was unsatisfied. The next 22 years of his life would be dedicated to editing and adding new words. Eventually, at the age of 70, Webster published his new dictionary in 1828. The book defined over 65,000 words. After Webster died in 1843 as an American hero who pioneered the dictionary and supported both the abolition of slavery and universal education, C&C Merriam purchased the rights of this, an American dictionary of English language, and the Merriam brothers behind the company, George and Charles, continued to refine Webster Dictionary, eventually giving us the Merriam-Webster Dictionary as we know today. Today is also commemorated as Hagfish Day, which is observed on third Wednesday in October every year, falling on October 16th. This year, it is the day to celebrate existence and importance of hagfish, the squiggly, slimy fish species. Although it is often considered the ugliest fish species, it plays a vital role in overall ecosystem and equilibrium within marine life. Hagfish bring with them a whole another level of slime handling. With no jaw, no bones, no scales, this fish species is not the easiest on the ice. To make matters worse, they have equally unsettling eating habits. Hagfish feast on dead or dying bodies of marine animals. They do so by sliding into the said body and eating it away from the inside, just leaving the skin behind. That being said, as unappealing as the species might be, it is also essential to maintain a balanced ecosystem. Whether it is outwardly obvious or not, each organism in the nature has a role to play in order to keep the world functioning as it should. All creatures, no matter how big or small, are important, and their absence can create undesirable circumstances. In the case of hagfish, they are important to ensure the timely removal of dead marine animals and recycling of nutrients and carbon. Without them, the ocean floor would overflow with carcasses, in turn creating an unsanitary environment for the remaining marine animals. There is also commemorated as Global Cat Day in US, which takes place on October 16th, reminds us that educating, engaging, and empowering people to defend and protect cats is the right thing to do. They say dogs are man's best friend, perhaps, but it's very likely cats are tied for the first place in the informal and unscientific best friend category. For cat lovers, April 6th is a perfect day. It's National Siamese Cat Day. This is the day we celebrate that most elegant cats, Siamese cats, also known as Measers, are one of the most popular cat breeds in the world. We love those gorgeous creatures, and we know you too do. So respect your cat. Your pretty pal has been there when you were happy and when you were sad. So your kitty has and always will be there for you. So March 18, March 28th, acknowledge all the hard work your cat puts into being loyal companion on Respect Your Cat Day. And National Cat Health Month during February, giving cats a full 30 days of glory to get their health checked. During February, cat health, let's make sure your feline friends have all the care they need. The Global Cat Day pledge includes the fundamental principle that all cats have the right to live their lives and it guides everything. We do protect cats, say Alice, founder and president of Becky Robinson. We stand for the humane, not just for non lethal programs for cats, and those who join us can take action on stop cats being killed. The organization, which promotes humane treatment of all cats, reports that millions of cats and kittens are in life threatening danger. That's because felines are killed more than any other animal in shelters across the nation. Today is also commemorated as Support Your Local Chamber of Commerce Day in US, which is observed on third Wednesday of October every year, falling on October 16th this year. The aim is to spread awareness about local business and convey our gratitude to our local chambers of commerce for supporting the growth of entrepreneurs and local businesses. The US Chamber of Commerce was established in 1912 following the proposal made by President William Howard Taft and his Secretary of Commerce and Labor, Charles Nagel, to Congress. Taft believed that there needed to be a representative group of professionals that could speak with authority to the government on behalf of entrepreneurs and small businesses. So the idea of joining several businesses together in a shared initiative to boost commerce started in Europe many years ago. Traders would band together and establish trade policies that would protect them against the foreign bourgeoisie. The term Chamber of Commerce was first recorded in 1599 in Marseilles, France, when in America, the oldest chamber of commerce is the New York State Chamber. The chamber was established in 1768 and chartered by King George III in 1770, predating even the Declaration of Independence. In 1773, the first local chamber was established in Charleston, South Carolina. The structure was then adopted by several other There is also commemorated as Unity Day in US every year on the third or fourth Wednesday in October. A very special event comes around the Day of Unity or Unity Day, as it is commonly called, which is celebrated on October 16 this year. This is the signature event of National Bullying Prevention Month, also celebrated in October. Multiple anti-bullying campaigns, of which Unity Day is one of them, are organized by during the. You thought bullying was unique to certain cultural civilizations. Think again. In fact, bullying is also not a simply a human concept. Animals exhibit such behavior too. This unfortunate trend has been around since hunter gatherers roamed the earth and is unfortunately all too common around the globe to present. These effects, too, are some of the most. No one culture is responsible for creating this behavior. The tendency to coerce, intimidate, or harm others is likely evolutionary. Scientists say man had to fight for everything once, and this attitude persists today. People have always wondered about the motivation behind this behavior, hence, the studies conducted on bullying. They were sporadic, however, until Dan Oliviu's 1978 study. After studying school children and their overt behavior, he described bullying as physical harm. Various forms of indirect bullying did not enter this description. So, with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form. It is now raised in the form of polls.